welcome you in the lecture series of Basics of Communication Engineering. It is 17th lecture of this series. In previous lecture, we have discussed about demodulation of FM signal, and also we have discussed about different blocks of FM receiver. In this lecture, I would like to discuss the comparison between AM and FM and noise performance of AM and FM systems. And the outline of this lecture are comparison between FM and AM system, noise and SNR calculation in AM system, in DSB-SC system and SSB-SC system, and also the SNR calculation in FM system. In the objective of this lecture, you will able to explain the difference between FM and AM and different types of noise in communication system and how to calculate the SNR and figure of merit in AM, DSB-SC, SSB-SC and FM systems. So now we will start with the comparison between FM and AM. So first parameter is the noise immunity. In AM, the AM is susceptible to noise caused by lightning strikes, spark switches and some type of motors. FM has better noise rejection because FM can be amplified until limiting takes place. So there we have used amplitude limiting block, and any amplitude noise is removed by this process. And also in FM we have used pre-emphasize and de-emphasize. That's why there is this FM is immune to noise. And other parameter for comparison is the bandwidth requirement. In AM, twice the highest modulating frequency FM. So in AM audio broadcasting, the modulating signal has the bandwidth of 15 kilohertz. Then in this case, the bandwidth of AM signal, it will be 30 kilohertz. So if the modulating signal having the bandwidth of 15 kilohertz, then bandwidth of AM signal will be twice of that. It is 30 kilohertz. And in FM, the twice the sum of modulating signal frequency FM and the frequency deviation del F, that is 2 del F plus FM. And if the frequency deviation is 75 kilohertz, then the modulating signal frequency 15 kilohertz, the bandwidth requirement will be 180 kilohertz. So in AM the bandwidth requirement was the bandwidth requirement for 15 kilohertz audio signal, it will be 30 kilohertz. But in this case, the bandwidth requirement with 75 kilohertz deviation, it will be 180 kilohertz. So in FM, there is high bandwidth requirement. Now, complexity. In AM, transmitter and receiver are simple, but synchronization is needed in case of SSB-SC AM carriers. And in FM, transmitter and receiver are more complex. And if we discuss about the cost, AM are having the low cost and FM are more expensive. And if we discuss about the distortion, AM potentially serious distortion because diode demodulators do not work well with weak signals. So there is serious distortion in AM. And on the other hand, in FM demodulators works very well and the problem is minimal compared to AM. And if we discuss about the quality, AM has poorer sound quality and lower bandwidth, but it is cheaper and can be transmitted over the long distance. And FM is less affected by interference and they have better sound quality due to higher bandwidth. And if we talk about the efficiency, in AM, power is wasted in transmitting the carrier, and the carrier is not having any information, so there is power wasted in transmitting the carrier in AM. Whereas in FM, all transmitted power is useful, so that it is why FM is very efficient. And if we discuss about the application, the AM waves are used in medium wave, short wave bands, broadcasting, video transmission in TV, and FM are used in broadcasting FM, audio transmission in TV. Now, another parameter for comparison is the fading. Fading refers to the power variation during signal transmission. Fading is more prominent in AM compared to FM. And on the other hand, FM has less fading compared to AM. That's why FM radio channels have constant good reception. And if we talk about the evolution, AM was formulated in 80s 70s and FM was founded in 1930s by Edwin Armstrong. And another parameter for comparison is the capture effect. No capture effect when two AM signals occupies the same frequency. Both of them will be heard. The weaker of the two will be heard in the background, whereas in FM, when two or more FM signals occurs simultaneously on the same frequency, the stronger signal of the two will completely eliminate the weak signal. This is known as capture effect in AM. Now, what is noise? In any communication system, during the transmission of the signal or while receiving the signal, some signal gets introduced into the communication, making signal unpleasant for the receiver and questioning the quality of the communication. Such a disturbance is known as noise. So noise is an unwanted signal which interfere with the original message signal and corrupt the parameters of the message signal. There are two main ways in which noise is produced. One is some external source, and while the other is created by an internal source within the receiver section. So most common example of external sources noise are atmospheric noise, solar noise, and cosmic noise, and industrial noise. And most common examples of internal sources of noise are thermal noise or Johnson's noise or electrical noise. And another is the short noise due to random movement of the electrons and holes, and transit time noise during transition, and flicker resistance effect and mixture generator noise. Noise is an inconvenient feature which affects the system performance, and the effects of noise are: noise limits the operating range of the system, that is, noise limits the smallest signal that a receiver is capable of processing. Noise affect the sensitivity of the receiver. Sensitivity is the minimum amount of input signal necessary to obtain the specified quality output. Now we will discuss about SNR calculation. The received signal YT in communication system can be modeled as the sum of desired signal or transmitted signal XCT and narrowband signal NT. The signal to noise ratio is the measure of quality of analog system. This statistical parameter has importance in digital system as well. SNR is the ratio of signal power to the noise power. The higher the value of SNR, the greater will be the quality of the received output. So SNR is the average signal power divided by the average noise power, or you can say expected value of XC square T or expected value of NA square T. And the block diagram of any communication receiver, this is the modulated signal we have received, and at the receiver there is noise NT, and this is passed through the band pass filter, and after it is modulated, and after modulation we will get our baseband signal. SNR is measured at the receiver, but there are several points where we can measure the SNR. If it is measured at the front end of the receiver, so if I measure at this point, front end of the receiver, it is usually measured the quality of the transmission link and the receiver front end. And if the SNR is measured at the output of the receiver, it is measure of the quality of the recovered information signal, whether it be audio, video, or otherwise. The SNR measured at the output of the demodulator is referred to as pre-detection signal to noise ratio, and of equal or greater importance is the SNR of the received message at the output of the demodulator. So if the SNR is measured at the output of the demodulator, it is referred to as post detection SNR. So when we are going to measure the SNR before the demodulation, it is known as pre-detection SNR, and after demodulation or at the output of the receiver, this is post detection SNR. In order to compare different modulation demodulation schemes, we have a reference transmission model. As you can see in figure, this reference model is equivalent to transmitting the message at baseband. In this model we have two assumptions: the message power is same as the modulated signal power of the modulation scheme. So here we are transmitting unmodulated signal with the same power as the power required by the modulated signal. So this is first assumption. And second is the baseband low pass filter passes the message signal and reject out of band noise. Now we can define the reference SNR. It will be average power of the message signal or modulating signal divided by the average power of the noise measured in the message bandwidth. This is the reference SNR, and this reference SNR may be used to compare different modulation demodulation schemes, using it to normalize the post detection SNR. And we can say and so we may define a figure of merit of a particular modulation demodulation scheme, and the figure of merit, it is post detection SNR divided by the reference SNR. The pre detection SNR is measured before the signal is modulated. The post detection as a SNR is measured after the signal is demodulated, and the post detection SNR, it will be average power of the modulated signal divided by the average power of the noise at the output. Here pre-detection SNR, it will be equal to reference SNR, but in that case there will be a modulated signal in place of modulating signal, and the bandwidth will be the transmission bandwidth in place of message bandwidth. Now we will calculate the SNR for AM system. Consider the receiver model for AM system. As you can see on your screen, this is the receiver model for the AM system. The AM signal is this, and the noise is added. After this we will use the band pass filter or low pass filter, and we will go for the demodulation. So we know the AM wave can be represented as AC 1 plus mxt cos 2 pi fct, and we can write it as AC cos 2 pi fct plus AC AM plus AC mxt cos 2 pi fct. Now the average power of the modulated signal wave, the average power, you can see the power of this and plus power of this. So average power of this signal, it will be equal to AC by under root 2 square plus AC mxt by under root 2 whole square of this, and it will be equal to AC square by 2 plus AC square m square p by 2. Here p is basically the power of the message signal or modulating signal, or you can say AM square by 2. And so PS can be written as AC square 1 plus m square p by 2. And the average power of noise in the transmission bandwidth BT is N naught BT, because the message having the bandwidth transmission bandwidth BT, so BT from minus BT to plus BT. So this is the transmission bandwidth. It's having two components, minus BT and plus BT, and the noise power spectral density is N naught by 2. So the power during this, it is N naught by 2 into 2 BT, so it will be N naught BT. And the pre-detection SNR, or you can say the reference SNR, it will be pre-detection SNR, it will be average power of AM wave divided by average power the message bandwidth. So here basically we are having this AM wave, so it will be AC square 1 plus m square p by 2. We have calculated it, and the noise power, it is N naught B. So the pre-SNR or pre-detection SNR for AM system, it is AC square 1 plus m square p by 2 N naught BT. And we can also find out the reference SNR, but for the reference SNR we are having, in place of BT there will be the bandwidth of your message signal. So it the bandwidth of the message signal is FM, so it will be AC square m square p by 2 N naught FM, because here this is power, and we have the power equal to the power of your AM signal in the reference model. So this is AC square 1 plus m square p by 2 and note FM, the reference SNR. Now we will calculate the post detection SNR. Assume the band pass noise is mixed with the AM wave in the channel and the combination is applied at the input of the your demodulator. So the input of the AM demodulator, it will be yt is equal to AC 1 plus mxt cos 2 pi fct plus nit cos 2 pi fct minus nqt sin 2 pi fct, and here it can be written as AC plus ACMXT plus NIT cos 2 pi FCT minus NQT sin 2 pi FCT. Here Ni is basically in phase component of noise and NQ is the quadrature component of the noise. So the output of the AM demodulator is nothing but the envelope of the above signal. So envelope of this is equation 8, it will be dt is equal to under root AC plus ACMXT plus NIT whole square plus NQT square, and it will be approximately equal to AC plus ACMXT plus NIT. So the average power of the demodulated signal, it will be ACMXT whole square under root. So the average power, it will be ACMXT under root divided by under root 2 whole square. This is the demodulated signal power, and the noise power, and it will be equal to AC square m square p by 2. Average power of the noise, it will be n naught FM, average power of the noise at the output. So the post SNR, it will be average power of the demodulated signal divided by the average power of the noise at output. So it will be AC square m square p by 2 FM n naught. And so the figure of merit, it will be SNR post SNR divided by pre SNR, or you can say reference SNR. Basically it is reference SNR. So it will be AC square m square p by 2 n naught FM divided by AC square 1 plus m square p by 2 n naught FM, and it will be equal to m square p by 1 plus m square p. So the figure of merit is this. So figure of merit of AM receiver is less than 1. So now SNR calculation in DSB-SC system. This is the block diagram of a DSB-SC modulated signal, and we have studied this block diagram in previous lectures, so I'm not going in the detail of this block diagram. And now if I consider the DSB-SC signal at the input of the receiver, it is XCT AC XT cos 2 pi FCT. So the average power of DSB-SC modulated signal, it will be PS is equal to ACXT divided by under root 2 whole square, it is equal to AC square P by 2, and the average power of noise in transmission bandwidth BT, it is N naught BT. So the pre-detection SNR for DSB-SC, it will be average power of DSB-SC modulated signal divided by the average power of noise in transmission bandwidth, and it will be equal to AC square P by 2 and divided by N naught BT. So it will be AC square P by 2 N naught BT. And here from this block diagram, you can see Y1T, it will be XCT plus NT, and Y2T, it will be Y1T into CT. So here Y1T, it is XCT plus NT, and Y2T is Y1T and CT. And also we have calculated this pre-SNR, it is AC square P by 2 N naught BT. So the reference SNR, it will be AC square P by 2 N naught FM. This is a reference SNR if I consider the reference SNR. Now Y1T, it is XCT plus NT, and it will be equal to ACXT cos 2 pi FCT plus NIT cos 2 pi FCT minus NQT sin 2 pi FCT. and we can write it as AC xt plus NIT into cos 2 pi fct minus NQT sine 2 pi fct. And y to t, it is y1t into ct. So it will be equal to AC xt plus NIT into cos 2 pi fct minus NQT sine 2 pi fct into cos 2 pi fct, and we can write it as AC xt plus NIT cos square 2 pi fct minus NQT sine 2 pi fct into cos 2 pi fct. And we can also write this expression as AC xt plus NIT into 1 plus cos 4 pi fct by 2 minus NQT sine 4 pi fct by 2. So which is the signal appeared at the low pass filter. So we get at the output of the low pass filter, it will be dt is equal to AC xt plus NIT by 2, and the average power of the modulated signal, it will be AC xt by 2 under root 2 and whole square of this term. So the demodulated power, it will be AC square p by 8. So the average power of noise at the output, it will be N naught Fm by 4 in this case. So SNR post SNR for DSBSC, it is equal to average power of modulated signal divided by average power of noise at the output. So it will be equal to AC square P by 8 and divided by N naught Fm by 4, and it will be equal to AC square P by 2 N naught Fm. So now the figure of merit can be SNR post and divided by S. So it will be equal to here AC square P by 2 Fm N naught divided by AC square P by 2 Fm N naught, and it is equal to 1. So the figure of merit DSB SC receiver is 1. Now we consider the SNR calculation in SSB SC systems. This is the receiver model for SSB SC system to analyze SNR. And we know the modulated wave having the lower side bands. So we know if the modulated wave having the lower side band, it can be represented as AMAC by 2 cos 2 pi Fc minus Fm t, and average power of SSB SC modulated signal, it will be AMAC by 2 under root 2 whole square, and it will be equal to AM square AC square by 8. And the average power of noise in the message bandwidth, it is N naught BT, and you can say the pre-detection SNR, it will be AM square AC square by 8 N naught BT, and you can also have the reference SNR, it will be M square AC square by 8 N naught, and this is equal to the pre SNR, because we have to maintain the power of the reference model equal to the amplitude modulated signal, and this is the noise, and the bandwidth, the transmission bandwidth will be the message bandwidth in the reference case. And let the band pass noise is mixed with SSB SC modulated signal in channel, and the combination is applied as one the input of the product modulator. So here you can see YT, it will be XCT plus NT, and here we can write Y1T, it is XC plus and XCT plus NT, it is AMAC by 2 cos 2 pi F minus FMT lower sideband, and plus NIT cos 2 pi FCT minus NQT sine 2 pi FCT. And here the local oscillator generates the carrier signal CT cos 2 pi FCT. The signal is applied as another input to the product modulator, as you can see in this figure. So the product modulator output, it will be Y2T, it is equal to Y1T into CT, and it will be equal to AMAC by 2 cos 2 pi Fc minus FMT plus NIT cos 2 pi FCT minus NQ sine 2 pi FCT into cos 2 pi FCT. and we can write this equation as AMAC by 2 cos 2 pi Fc minus FMT cos 2 pi FCT plus NIT cos square 2 pi FCT minus NQT sin 2 pi FCT into cos 2 pi FCT. And we can also arrange this equation as AMAC by 4 cos 2 pi Fc minus FMT plus cos 2 pi FMT plus NIT 1 plus cos 4 pi FCT by 2 minus NQT sin 4 pi FCT by 2. When this signal is applied to the low pass filter, we will get the output at the low pass filter dt. It will be AMAC by 4 cos 2 pi FCT plus NIT by 2, and the higher frequency components will be eliminated by the low pass filter. So the average power of the demodulated signal dt, it will be PD, it is AMAC by 4 under root 2 whole square, so it will be AM square AC square by 32, and the average power of the noise at the output, it is N naught FM by 4. So the post detection SNR, it will be AM square AC square by 32 N naught FM by 4. So the value of a figure of merit for SSB SC receiver, we can calculate, it will be here SNR post by reference SNR, so it is equal to AM square into AC square by 8 N naught FM divided by AM square AC square by 8 N naught FM, and this is equal to 1. So figure of merit for SSB SC receiver is 1, and it is same as just in DSB SC signal the figure of merit was 1. Now SNR calculation in FM system. We know the frequency modulated signal is XCFT. It is AC cos 2 pi FCT plus 2 pi KF integration XT dt. And here KF is the sensitivity factor of modulator, and B, if BT is the transmission bandwidth of a message, or you can say, then pre SNR you can calculate, it will be AC square by 2 N naught BT, and reference SNR, it will be AC square by 2 N naught FM. And the model of FM receiver, and this is the model of FM receiver, and we have already discussed about the blocks of this FM receiver. And the average post detection noise power, it will be 2 N naught FM cube by 3 AC square, and the post SNR you can calculate, it will be 3 AC square KF square P by 2 N naught FM cube. Here by these post SNR and reference SNR, we can find out figure of merit of FM system. It will be 3 AC square KF square P by 2 N naught FM cube divided by AC square by 2 N naught FM, and it will be equal to 3 into KF square P by FM square. And here from here we can find out the figure of merit of FM, it will be 3D square. D is the deviation ratio of FM system, and it can be under root KF square P by FM square, it is the deviation ratio. And from Carson's rule, if the bandwidth, the transmission bandwidth BT is 2 KFP is to the power 1 by 2 plus FM, or you can say it is approximately equal to 2 KF P is to the power 1 by 2. So then the figure of merit, it will be 3 by 4 BT by FM whole square. So an increase in the transmission bandwidth provides an corresponding quadratic increase in the output SNR with an FM system compared to reference system. And this is the end of this lecture. Here we have discussed about comparison between FM and AM, and also the signal to noise ratio calculation for AM, DSBSC, SSBSC and FM system. This was 17th lecture of the lecture series of Basics of Communication Engineering. In the next lecture, we will start our discussion about pulse modulation. Till then, thanks for listening this lecture. Thank you.